Why she uses your validation and gives you nothing in return. This is probably a lot more important than most guys realize. This topic is probably a real key to understanding female nature and to understanding female social dynamics. Okay? Why she uses your attention and validation and gives you nothing in return. This is probably one of the most insidious things about female nature. It's one of the weirdest things about female nature, actually, as well. Because women are like, they're almost like conduits, right? They're almost like they take something and they retract it, so to speak. You know, like the moon has no light in and of itself. It's just reflecting the sun, right? Women are very much like this. So a man gets his self-esteem and accomplishments, he gets his self-esteem through accomplishments. And this is how a man feels self-worth. Is through his accomplishments and through his achievements, he feels confident, he feels accomplished, and he feels as if he has self-worth. And this is how men get their self-esteem. Women do not do this. Women's quote-unquote accomplishments and their, so-called self-esteem or whatever come from attention. They come from the validation. The more attention they get, the more validated they are. And this is how and why they use they use this to validify their own life, right? Well, I know men want me, so therefore I know I'm important because men want me. I know I'm important because men give me validation. And really, it's a sick thing, man, because you see the attention they get online, and it's not just online. I mean, it's everywhere, right? The pussy pass is real. I was in court one time, and I remember a judge treating a woman who was charged with a crime, by the way, treating her like she was the shit. Like, oh, ma'am, hello, ma'am, yes, like a judge behind a court desk bowing to a woman who had a criminal charge. And I saw this and I was like, ugh, how cringy. How cringy. But that's the power of pussy. The pussy pass is real and legitimate because there's power in pussy. And women know this. So what is this validation? What is this? I mean, essentially it's gynocentrism. What does this do for her? It validates her. My existence is validated. My existence is, I got the stamp of approval because I'm good looking. And she didn't do anything. She was just born. That's not an accomplishment. That's not an achievement. But women treat it as if it is an achievement. Well, men want to fuck me. I had a woman a couple years ago, about 5 years ago, when I was first starting to go online and chop it up and talk to people about red pill truths. I had a woman, I would get in a lot of arguments, a lot of, little scurries or whatever you want to call them. A lot of little debates and arguments and name calling, whatever. Because when you speak the red pill truth, people crawl out of the woodwork to attack you, men and women. So I was in one of these little discourses or arguments, whatever you want to call it. And the woman acted like, she goes, oh, I've got men wanting to marry me, so therefore I'm special. She literally said something along those lines, like, well, I've got men who want to marry me. Like, okay. And she wasn't trying to get married. She was riding the cock carousel, this woman. So she wasn't trying to settle down with any of these with any of these guys. She just used their attention and their wanting to marry her as validation for why she is important, for why she could do what she why she could do what she does. And what she did, what she was doing, in our discussion, was she was sleeping around. So I was thinking, like, weird, man. This girl is sleeping around and she's justifying it with the fact that she gets marriage proposals. Men take her on dates, take her to dinner, pump up her ego, act like she's, God's gift, which in a way, women are God's gift. In a way, they're supposed to be before they got ruined by the devil. I mean, maybe you could say that. That term God's gift is not really in the Bible. God just said it's not good for a man to be alone. So really, saying that, using the term God's gift is a stretch, because really women are actually created to be a companion of man. When in the book of Genesis, when God said, it's not good for man to be alone, what he meant was man needs a companion. Man needs somebody to be with him. Man shouldn't be lonely. So, somewhere along the line, people came up with this term, God's gift. Like, women are God's gift to women. Anyway, women are God's gift to men. Anyway, so she's sitting there validating the fact that she is, sleeping around. She's so cool, right? Because men want to have sex with her, men want to marry her. That's even more than just wanting to have sex with her, because most women, guys want to have sex with her, but guys want to marry her. So this is the thing. This is why validation is so important to women, because they use it as justification to do what they do. I'm special because men are clamoring to get a date with me. I'm special because men are clamoring to fuck me. Look on my social media. Every post I make, whether I say I eat poop on my status, or I ate a hamburger, like, that's all you gotta say. And people, these men, these slimy loser men, weak bitch ass men, these male orbiters will come out of the woodwork. Yeah, good job eating that hamburger, babe. You're so beautiful. You're so special. A man would love to have you. And this has been going on forever. What the fuck are these guys doing, right? These simps and their simp comments, right? So just, right? Nothing quality about, or there's just not, it's just embarrassing. So, why does she need that? Because really the truth is, she doesn't have any achievements. The real truth is she doesn't have any self-esteem or accomplishments in and of herself. All her self-esteem and her accomplishments and what gives her that ego and that, I'm the shit, I'm a bad bitch, I walk around like I'm the shit. What gives her that is the fact that these men do that. The men validate her, so she uses it as a conduit. That might not even be the right word. There's another word I'm looking for, but it's basically like, almost like you plug something into the wall, and it derives its power from the electricity in the wall, right? So men are the wall, and then she plugs in to social media or wherever she gets her attention and validation, and she's like, hey, I'm here. And then all of a sudden the guys are like, hey, wow, you're so beautiful, amazing, wow, great, thanks, wow, amazing, like, you're so beautiful, I'd love to go on a date with you. I mean, it's pathetic, the stuff that they say. The irony is, she would never date a guy who says anything like that, ever. Ever, 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 ever. She would never give him the time of day. It's just attention, that's all. I'm the shit. And the more guys say I'm beautiful and I'm this and that and the third, the more I'm going to think I'm the shit. The more I'm going to continue to soak it up and continue to be, just a black hole in existence. I'm just going to continue to be a succubus, continue to suck and fuck around, ride the cock carousel, have no, what is your worth in life by being a young woman who's good looking? What is your worth outside of sucking and fucking? Outside of providing sex for men? What is your worth? You have no worth. You have no worth. What have you done? I mean, men, we got to do stuff. We got to win chess championships. We got to play sports. We got to build companies. We got to fight wars. Right? That's how we get our validation. That's how we find our purpose. I mean, that's real shit. Now, of course, that's a whole nother argument. Like if men don't do something, then they have no worth. All a woman has to do is breathe and exist. And if I said this to the right woman, she'd be like, "Yep, that's true. Yep. All I got to do is show up. All I got to do is breathe and exist." And they like that. They like the fact that that's all they got to do. But here's the thing, man. You got to get educated. These guys got to get educated that your validation and your simp comments, they really mean nothing. They really do nothing but build her up. And why would you want to build up a loser? She's a loser, really. She's out sucking and fucking. She's out playing around. She's a loser. Come on. She's not a quality mother. She's not a quality citizen. She's providing nothing but immorality. She's providing nothing but sex. Now, I like sex just as much as any other guy. If I could get it consistently, then I'd probably be having sex consistently, but I can't. So when you don't get it consistently, you realize, hey, wait a minute, what is this? What is this really? What's she doing? What's this bartering? What's this leverage that she's using with sex? Why is she luring men's attention? The whole thing just gets weird. And you're just like, what the hell what is this? What kind of social dynamic is this? And it makes you kind of cringe. Because what's the point? What's the point of telling a woman she's beautiful when she knows that she's beautiful? What's the point? It's worship is what it is. It's pussy worship. It's idolatry, really. Right? It's idolatry, man. You are putting the pussy on the pedestal and you are worshiping it. Om, you're bowing to it. Bow, om. Like it's fucking Buddha or something. Oh, baby, with every comment you make, oh, baby, you're so beautiful. You're this, you're that. You are bowing to the pussy. You are putting it on a pedestal. It's your God. And what is she doing in return for you? Nothing. What is she doing in return for you? Nothing. She probably doesn't even comment. She probably just likes your comments. And a lot of times they'll use these guys, if they're useful at all, if they could do anything for her, give her money, back her up, stick up for her, give her rides, help her move, pay her rent, whatever. She'll just use you. And she's not going to give you anything in return. You'd be lucky if you got some sex. If you could pay for sex, you'd be lucky. I'm telling you, man, these simp guys, there is no level too low. No level too low that they'll go. I'm telling you, some of these guys, they are simped out. Simped out, man. So why does she do that? All the benefits she gets, and it gives her self-esteem. So why do these guys continue to do it? That's my question. Why continue to do it? What is in it for you? I'm not gonna lie, like a couple times when I first got on social media, like way back in 2008, I might have commented some shit like, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, you're pretty good. And back when I was ignorant and I didn't realize that no girl is gonna hook up with a guy off of Facebook. No girl is gonna hook up with a guy off of social media when her friends and family are on there. That's not how they roll, man. It's not how they roll. And that's not even to mention the dating sites, because they get crazy validation on that. I mean, Of course they're ruined. It all goes to their head. They're not equipped to be humble. Why should they be humble? Men will do anything for them. Men will work their whole lives for them. Think about it. Why should a woman be humble? It doesn't make any sense. Why? She's a god. Everything in this world is for her. That's how she feels, right? She doesn't realize that she plays an integral role in a family if she's a quality human being, which is what she's supposed to be. If she's not, then unfortunately, bad, shitty kids, bad relationships, all the things that come from being an immoral, promiscuous, shitty human being, which is what so many of these young women are. She doesn't realize that's the role she plays. It could be a crucial one, but instead it's just, right? Instead, she's really more like a thorn in a man's foot. She'll help you meet God, all right. She's supposed to be a helpmeet. Yeah, she'll help you meet God because the more we get pain from women, the more we cry out to God for help. Help! This woman's killing me. Help! This woman is stressing me out. Help! This woman just broke my heart. Can't tell you how many times I've cried out to God because women fucked me over. Literally crying out loud for God to help me. Like, seriously, bro, it's not a joke. I mean, it's funny, but it's not a joke, really, because we go through tremendous pain with women. I mean, and for what? At what cost? All for our money? Because they ain't playing the game if you don't have the money. Or at least they're not going to let you play their game. They're not going to let, they're not going to play with you if you don't have money. So, that's it for this video, man. I wish guys would wise up, would stop the bullshit, would stop the simping. I hate it. It's one of the worst things. Is one of the most important things to stop doing. Because again, it validates women and they use us. They just think we're jokes. That they think we're mostly losers. I mean, if she's not going to sleep with the top 90 to 95% of guys, what use are you? What use, if you're not better than all the other guys in most categories, what use are you to her? You're nothing. You're nobody. You're just taking up her air. You're breathing her space. You're taking up her space and breathing her air, right? That's all. You're just, at best, you're a minor annoyance. At worst, she can't stand even looking at you. She wouldn't even look at you. You're invisible to her if you're not in the top 10% of guys. So why compliment her? Why do it? Why? You're just wasting your time. You're building her up when she doesn't need to be built up. She needs to be torn down so that she can have some respect. Now, I wouldn't say you need to put her down to the point where she's subservient to men, which is what feminism thinks. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying women need to be beaten down psychologically or emotionally. Not saying that. I'm saying that she needs to be torn down because her ego's sky high. She's not living in earth. She thinks she's a deity. She thinks she's a god. Look at Helena Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships or whatever, right? I mean, come on, bro. This is idolatry. In the Bible, they call it Asherahs. There's Asherahs, and it's a female deity that people worshipped. They worship the female deity. They worship the female form. That's all pornography is. It's female worship. You're worshiping the female body. That's all it is, bro. People act like, oh no, porn's not bad. Porn is fine. Like, it's idolatry. It's worship. Okay? So, stop simping, man. Stop simping. Stop all the compliments. Stop taking her to dinner. Stop giving her all this attention, showering with attention. She ain't special. She shits and pisses just like you. She ain't got nothing going on upstairs. She doesn't know how to treat a man. She doesn't know how to love a man. All she knows how to do is find a quality man to have kids with, and that's it. She's probably got STDs. She's probably sucked and fucked more guys than you can count. And she thinks you're a loser because you're not in the top 10% of guys. She automatically does. She doesn't care about you or respect you as a citizen or respect you as a man. And they claim they want respect. Women claim they want equality, but they don't really want equality. They want those special privileges. She doesn't really want men and women to be equal. She wants women to rule over men. If she didn't, why would she take all that worship? She doesn't care that you're struggling to find a girlfriend. She doesn't care because she's got 50 guys lined up. Why should she care? She doesn't have too much time. She doesn't have enough time to care. She's out sucking and fucking all the hot guys, all the top 10% of guys, right? So what is your little drop in the bucket, your little drop of water in the ocean gonna do? Your little compliment. Oh, babe, you're so beautiful. Like, what the fuck is that gonna do? She doesn't give a shit. You're a nobody. Do the opposite. Talk some shit on her status. Say, hey, bitch, you ain't shit. You ain't, I'm gonna tear you down a little bit, obviously don't be harassing or rude, mean or whatever, but, you can say a little smart things, but let her know she ain't God, right? Her ego, those big ass egos. Anyway, so that's all it is, man. These simp guys need to chill out, but spread the word, right? Spread the good word of stop simping, take the pussy off the pedestal, keep talking those red pill truths, and keep on keeping on, guys. Appreciate you listening. Been Jay Lee with Northwest Podcast. Peace.